Okay guys, welcome to the Pro Bricky exclusive YouTube channel with Reverend Dr. Jason W. Morrison, theologist, otherwise known as Pro Bricky. Subscribe, ring the bell, like, share, comment on the video. Let's go and see what we got.
Day 3 of being separated from my husband. Day 2 was pretty useless. I didn't do much of anything. Spent most of the day crying.
See guys, we're not meant to separate. We're not meant to be divided. When you join with somebody, you're meant to hang in there and stay with it. But what was the issue that these people couldn't resolve? This is the thing. I can tell you, I used to sit with these people for 6 weeks leading up to their marriage, before they'd get married, including myself twice. Been through all the marriage, pre-marriage stuff and all this. There's always an issue that comes to the forefront. And this is where people come undone, guys. I would love to know what really happened here. The godly can look forward to a reward, while the wicked can expect only judgment. The godly can look forward to a reward, while the wicked can only expect judgment. This is Proverbs 11:23. And just let me say, it's not fair if you're the wrong one in the wrong and you can't see it. And you better wake up. I think everything starts with self-introspection. You've got to have the radar on yourself. It's no good just pointing the finger at everybody else, but if you've tolerated something for so long, you've just run out of tolerance. I don't know what you're supposed to do or where you're supposed to go after that. I've had so many separations over shit that could have been sorted out, but the people just didn't know how to, just didn't want to. Yeah, it's terrible, guys.
And talking to friends. Everything inside of me wants to reach out and talk to him. But
do you know what, guys? Look, in all honesty, I was thinking about it today. I had a girlfriend, and she was pretty good. She didn't want to get married, actually, and so I separated from her. Not because I was cranky, but because I was getting on and I wanted to try and, have a marriage for the rest of my life, and she wasn't in for that. But one thing about her was she'd put up a fight when you said, look, and you'd explain what's wrong, and she put up a fight. I can remember, and you might not believe this. She'll tell you. I can remember this. Shirley used to pop up, right? She was like, "Where's Wally?" And you just go, "Oh, what?" And because she wanted things to last, just innately, she wanted things to last, but she couldn't back it up with a full commitment. Well, there was this torrential downpour, and we lived on a canal. This is true. And when the rain rained for a few days, and that canal was dangerous. But you could lower yourself down on a bridge and come up along the back of the canal, and you'd be able to look over my back fence, right? Well, this woman's decided that in the torrential rain, with the canal running at full speed, this is true, has decided that she's going to look over the fence. Well, I don't know how wet she would have got, and I don't know what happened to her, but apparently there was something that happened with the canal and herself. She could have drowned. But you know what impressed me? She fucking will put up a fight. She wanted that guy. She put up a fight. People will go, "Oh, she's psycho." No. I don't look at it. I never looked at it like that. I always looked at it as a woman that was prepared to fight for what she loved. But she just couldn't follow through and back it up with a marriage. Yet she'd go floating down a fucking canal, possibly to a death, right? Risking death, to try and sort shit out. I'll never to this day understand that. Didn't want to get married, right? But would risk her life floating down a fucking torrent in a canal, right? To try and keep the relationship. If anybody could ever explain that one to me, and we're friends to this day. I often contact her to see how family members are going. They've had a bad run, actually. And you don't have to be nasty at people. Like, once the dust settles and everybody realises what's happened and, all the rest of it, you can get on with things after that. But I've got to give that, I'll never forget that woman for her effort to want things to last.
I know that if I do, I'll get the same response I always have, and he'll hurt me and push me away. So I'm trying to do anything but that.
So, guys, she doesn't look like too bad a woman. She looks after herself and that. But what's happened? Why has this happened? Is this some kind of corruption on his part? Scripture for today, guys. The generous will prosper. Those who refresh others will themselves be refreshed. And that's a confronting scripture for me, because in the last relationship I had, I really, really thought this was it. I thought, this is it. This woman's a nice lady. She cares about things. She does what she says. Neither of us are perfect, but we honour each other and get along. But nah, there had to be an issue that she, well, I think at the end there said she was scared of, and obviously wasn't going to resolve. And my tolerance wore out with it, and I just thought it's better for everyone to go their own separate ways. So that was the end of that. But if she had shown a bit of spunk, a bit of backbone, a bit of fight, like, I want this to last. No, they won't. If they want something to last, if it means, if they're prepared to fight, put up a bit of an argument, even after the dust settles and all this, then you'll have an ear to hear. But I love these ones that do nothing and say nothing, because they're just missing out. No, but this woman's been ripped off, obviously, because this guy's not going to listen. But I've always sat and listened to what the other person's had to say, and to give them at least a go. But no. To leave some, she should get on the phone, have a bit of a, well, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe it's gotten to the point where he's just abusing her, taking her for granted. And it's just time for her to get some serious therapy, which I've done a couple of times. You just go book yourself in, get some serious therapy, get out the other side of it, keep looking after yourself. They say when you break up, it's like your hair's on fire. Feels like all your emotions on fire, and your nerves are just on full alert. And oh no, really, it's horrible. But it's just sad to see people in this predicament. The generous will prosper. And that's not just in money, it's in feelings and all the rest of it. And those who refresh others will themselves be refreshed.
It's going against every fiber of my being, which is screaming out, I want to talk to my husband. But instead, I'll finish my coffee and have a shower, which I didn't do yesterday, and go and see my son, spend some time with my grandson, and hopefully that will help me feel a little better. Thank you so much for the support, everybody. It means the world to me.
And you know what, guys? There's a lot of women like this all across the world. And one of the sad things about this is, but not in this case by the look of it, a lot of women will leave their husbands and the boyfriend will ditch them, and they end up like this. That's how confused and complicated the world is, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, Pro Brick Exclusive, on YouTube. This is Reverend Dr. Jason W. Morrison, theologist, and otherwise known as Pro Bricky. Subscribe, ring the bell, like, share, and comment on the video, and we'll catch you on the next one.